This episode of Dr. Glass is brought to you by Johnson Carnival.
Oh, okay, dear. Pick up bread, preferably 100% whole wheat. Yeah, okay. Gallon of almond milk. One free-range fryer. A priest? A chicken. And a box of ho-hos. Okay, dear. Yeah, yes, dear, yes. I understand, dear. No, I won't stop at the tavern. Am I? And remember, have the grass mowed by the time I get home. Oh, sorry. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Hooked on Carnival, or Help Me, I'm Confused. Not me, but you. Okay. Today we've got another lineup of great questions and answers, hoping to enrich your Carnival glass collecting. Excuse me. No, sweetie pie. I said have your hair combed when I get home. Okay, I love you. As usual, we line up a think tank made up of school librarians, Bazooka Joe bubblegum wrapper writers, and Madame Rue. You know that gypsy with the gold capped tooth. She's got a pad down at 34th and Vine. Okay, let's get started. Tasha, the fishbowl, please, with the first question. The fishbowl with the first question. What's this? It's your fish. You had nowhere to put it, and you put it in my bowl. And water? Okay. You keep your fish in my bowl, and just give me the questions one at a time. Episode 3, question number 1. Okay. Question number 1. What size does a tree trunk vase have to be in order to be considered squatty? Okay. Well, really, size doesn't matter. Generally, well, that's what they say, but it's generally accepted as a definition of 7 inches to be considered a squatty vase. Okay. We do have an example of that here. This would be considered squatty. If I took my handy-dandy ruler made by somebody here, Midwest Products, okay, I don't even think they exist anymore, but we'll put this and use this as our measuring stick, okay? Our measuring stick, and if you can see, it's just about 6 inches, so it's less than 7 inches, so this would be considered a squatty vase. Anything over 7, like if it went to the top here, that would be 8 inches, that would not be considered a squatty vase anymore. So, hopefully we answered your question on that. Do we have another question, Tasha? Question number 2. Question number 2. Thank you. Fish in a bowl. How can I tell if my piece is a bowl or a plate? Okay, in regards to that question number 2, the answer in Carnival glass is a plate is not supposed to have a ruffled edge. So it does not have a ruffled edge. Can I have an example, Tasha? Thank you. Notice how this edge on this bowl, this is not a plate, is ruffled. It goes up and down like a roller coaster all across those teeth, okay? That would be ruffled. So since it has that, if I would set it upside down on the table, you'd be able to put your finger underneath here, or some object like a pencil, okay? It does not touch the table at all points. So since that has a ruffled edge, that would not be a plate, okay? Second thing is it's not cupped on the edge, okay? Here's, again, a bowl. Some people might say, well, why isn't it a plate? Well, the reason is because if you look at the sides on here, the edges, they curve up, okay? If I would take my handy dandy ruler over here, which is a straight edge, and I would place it from the center of the plate to the edge of the plate, you would see that there's a space in between here, okay? And that space identifies this as, again, it's going to be a bowl and not a plate. If I would turn it upside down, there are still also places on here, in this particular instance, that does not touch the table, so again, this would be considered a bowl, okay? And last but not least for this question, there's an example of a Carnival glass plate. In the case of this plate, first of all, I would take a look at it. It's not ruffled on the edge. It may have the sawtooth, okay? It's not cupped on the edge. If I would take the ruler and go across it, the ruler touches it from the center to the side, and it's less than 2 inches from the table to the edge. I'm going to take my ruler one more time and place it there. You can see that it's about 1.5 inches off the table. So again, this would be considered a plate, whereas these two examples would be considered bowls. Okay? Now, I think that answers question number 2. Let's take a look at question number 3 if we have time today. This is great. We've got time for 3 questions today. And I'll take these items and move them to the side. Okay, I've got, okay, I've got 3 here. Okay, I've got multiple helpers here. Okay, what in the, question number 3 says, what is the line in the middle of my dish? Someone said it could be a straw mark. Okay, is it? When they made Carnival glass, they took a hot glob of glass and dropped it into the mold. Because hot glass is like taffy, they would take a shears and cut it when they had it the right quantity. Okay, the scissors were colder than the glass. Obviously, this would be colder than the hot glass. Okay, and so it created a line. And if the worker didn't smooth it in, it stayed in the pattern. The old wives' tale about packing it in straw and putting it in a barrel doesn't really hold water. Hopefully your bowl will hold water. If the glass were still hot enough to melt a piece of straw, it wouldn't have been cool enough and enough to handle and pack, and the barrel probably would have gone up in flames, which we would not want that to happen. So if you see in this example here, there is a straw mark, and this is a very nice piece of glass, but there is a straw mark of a very subtle line that goes across from one side to the other. Okay, that's considered a straw mark. Again, that was where the cold shears cut the glass as it was coming out of the mold. Okay. I believe we have another example here. In this one, this has a straw mark right down the center, going from one side to another. Again, it may look like a crack, but it really isn't. Get that fly out of here. Okay. But it really isn't. Again, as this came out of the mold, it was cut, and the cold scissors created a permanent mark across the bump. Yeah, oh, I see you, I see you. Testy today. Okay, and in this case, here's another one where the straw mark, again, is right across the center, and this is a natural mark to the piece. Okay, again, caused by the cold shears. And some of the good glass makers could actually smooth that over. So there are pieces that you would not see a straw mark in it. But again, a very good portion of the pieces of Carnival glass have that straw mark in there. So what is it from? It's a natural mark that's caused when they make the glass. Okay? And I think that was question 3, and I think we've answered all those questions for you. Hopefully that will help improve your collecting experience. And it's just enough time for some letters from our fan flounders. Okay, Tasha? Thank you. Oh, okay, let's do it this way again. Without reading the question, we'll see what it is. The answer is no, but I did stay at Holiday Inn Express last night. And the question is, are you a real doctor? I've answered. Read and answered. Asked and answered. Thank you. So keep those cards and letters and questions coming in. You can send them to me at drglass@hookedoncarnival.com. And that's our show for today. Please run right out and join another great Carnival Glass Club right away. They're the best places to get hooked on Carnival. Here's a club that reaches all over the world. Think about joining ICGA, International Carnival Glass Association. Check out their website below. They're a great club, and the dues are no more than a good steak and drinks on Saturday night. That's all for today. See you next episode. Wave goodbye, Tasha.